Okay. My name is Iftikhar, and I'm going to present on the air quality status of a Southeast Asian megacity, and my case study is Dhaka. In my presentation, I'll try to give a brief background on Dhaka, as well as I'd like to cover the pollution from transportation, key factors of pollution, air quality status, the current measures to improve the air quality, and some additional measures that can be taken to improve the air quality further. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh, and the city center has a total area of 154 square kilometers. The current population of the city is now 7 million, and it has a very rapid growth of 3% per year, primarily through the mean of migration from the rural regions. The city is projected to be the 7th largest megacity by 2015. Dhaka is pretty much a flat land with no mountains around it. There's 4 rivers around the city. So the meteorology doesn't have much effect on the air pollution. The climate is subtropical, featured by high humidity, high temperature, and distinctly marked seasonal fluctuation. The main sources of air pollution in Dhaka is primarily the automobiles, and there's some industries, and particularly the brick kilns. The construction works causes a lot of dust pollution, as well as some biomass burning contributes to air pollution. The transportation sector is believed to be the highest contributor for air pollution. The city doesn't have a very large number of automobiles. It's around 60,000, but it's growing very rapidly, over 10% per year. And the particulate matter is the major concern pollution from automobiles. The chart gives here some idea, because the main contribution of PM pollution comes from the auto rickshaws and heavy duty vehicles like bus and trucks. The NOx pollution is highest from the heavy duty vehicles like bus and truck, and the cars and vans contribute highest for the carbon monoxide pollution. The key factors of pollution are actually the poor fuel quality. The vehicles are very old and worn out, and most of the time are very overloaded. The poor inspection and maintenance, poor enforcement of existing laws, the congestion of mixed traffic, because there's a very high number of mixed traffic, non-motorized vehicles on the street, which actually congest the traffic. And the traffic management has some problems also. So these are the main features why the pollution is so high. This graph gives the monthly average concentration of particulate matter. The particulate matter is the main concerned pollutant in Dhaka. The green line is the standard for the PM10, and the red line is for PM2.5. And if you look at this graph, we can see that the PM2.5 is more serious, is a serious concern for Dhaka than PM10. And if you look at this graph, we can see that there's a seasonal variation of concentration over the year, because these peaks are attained during the dry winter seasons. So the concentration is higher then, and this is the time when it's the monsoon, and the concentration is manageable because of the effect of rainfall. The other pollutants are not a very big concern for Dhaka, because the carbon monoxide emission remains below the green line, which is the standard of 9 ppm of 8-hour average. For nitrogen oxide pollution, well, there are some incidents during the dry season. It crossed the limit of the standard, but overall it's not a big concern. The ozone pollution is also within the standard, as well as the sulfur dioxide emission is not a big concern. Current measures. In the late 90s, the lead concentration was a big concern for Dhaka, because in 1996 it had the highest lead concentration in the ambient air. In 1999, the government has banned the use of leaded gasoline. So since then, the lead concentration has decreased remarkably, and the transportation sector is not a big concern for the lead pollution. The other major step from the government is to ban the two-stroke baby taxis, which is familiar, at 2003, which was the highest PM emitter. And the baby taxis were replaced by four-stroke CNGs, which has a very low report of emission. And recently there's a great improvement, because the number of CNG-driven vehicles has improved. They converted a lot of vehicles to compressed natural gas, so the air quality has improved recently. Some additional measures. First of all, Dhaka is the center of all the economical and cultural activities, so the city is very congested. And the air pollution is caused by the congestion from the traffic. So if the decentralization can be a very effective way to divert the people from the city, and it can reduce the air pollution. It can be improved by improving the fuel quality, by reducing the sulfur content in the diesel from 0.5 to 0.2.5, the better regulation to stop the use of impure fuel, as well as the alternative fuel introduction. The use of CNG can be made mandatory, because it's a local product and it can be both economical and beneficial for environment. Introduction of electric vehicles and hydrogen cell powered vehicles is also in the mass transit can be a very effective way. The city is surrounded by 4 rivers, so introduction of water taxi can be very effective also to reduce the pressure from the road transports, and improving the traffic system can also be very effective. The taxation, because on private motor vehicles, can be very effective also, because the per capita emission from the private automobiles is very high. Since Dhaka doesn't have a very large number of automobiles, it has a very good potentiality to restrict the air pollution, and it can be attained by improving regulation and enforcement, setting appropriate standards, implementation of proper pollution control technologies, introduction of better monitoring programs, as well as overall it's a far side and by proper and effective strategy formulation. So that's all. It's my reference list, and thank you.